Hello, guys and gals and non-binary pals. Welcome to another Gemcraft. Today, we're going to be taking on the B2 field and the associated B5 field that should come from it once we are done beating that field. We're wizard level 174, 92 fields explored. We're not really making a ton of progress in the actual, gameplay sense, but we're making progress in the having more skills and whatnot sense. So I did look up the locations we needed to go to find the last of the 3 skills that we're missing. The bleed, the crit, and the shadow cores ones are the 3 that we're missing. So in order to get where we need to go, we need to open E4 to get both the I field, which is right here, and it'll give us one of the skills that we're missing. And then we need to open the wizard stash on B2, which gives us B5, which is where the next skill is. And then D4, I believe it was, or D5, one of those two, is where the last skill is. So those are what we're going for to be able to finally get the crit gem and the bleed gem. And then also have the Wrath skill to give us more of the shadow cores. But these are the 2 that we're looking for right now, because the other ones we have work, they're fine, it's just not great. This one has all but crit, so mana is the main skill we need. Okay. So I just put this to 10 instead. Okay. And these ones all have no cap, no capacity limit. So they'll all go up to integer overflow numbers. Whereas these 3, the amplifiers have no cap either. Same for the traps. All of these have a cap, which is level 50, apparently. I read that while I was looking at where to find these things. So we'll start with that. We're going to go B2. In the endurance mode, we're going to destroy the wizard stash that's there. And that's the main priority. By using the mana gem, we should be able to get our gems at a high enough level that they can deal a ton of damage all at once, that the actual wizard stash will just break pretty quickly. It doesn't even have a large amount of health or anything, it just has shields. Okay. This might be a bit easier than I thought. Alright, so our main damage gem is going to be mana, bleed, and armor tear, with mana being the doubled. And then we'll have a trap that is bleed and slow and mana, because bleed makes the next hit do a lot more damage. We will put it here. We'll put the tower here. No. Put the tower here. Then we'll wall off here, force them to have to go around. I'll make these ones have to go up and around. That gets sealed off, and then we'll seal off this side just with more time. armor, tear, and mana there, and then we got that one. And then I'll build another tower over here eventually. Okay. Yeah, this seems to be fine. Go triple speed for right now. I need to remember to actually build the rest of the wall here. And then we'll build walls there to force them to go back around towards this tower. Alright. And then we wait. Alright, now I build a tower over here. I'm going to put walls here to force these monsters to go up that way. So all three of these, so these two sides and this one, are all going to have to go up and around. And we just duplicate this and put it here. I didn't change the targeting system, which could have been an issue. Alright. And this is not going to specifically target the wizard stash until I need it to. Okay, wait for these swarmlings. Upgrade that. Hopefully it resockets in time. Okay. Now we just sit here. This feels really loud compared to normal. Maybe it's just because I haven't played this game in a while. I got sick last week, so I wasn't capable of playing this on the day I normally would. Okay. I would like it to target the wizard stash more than the others, but I understand that the way that I have it set up, it's going to target everything instead. Thinking about it for a little bit more, if I had blocked off here, all of the monsters would have to go up this way first. And maybe that would be a better idea. That's something for the next attempt if it goes bad. Oh, 996. I was a little hasty there. That's okay. Okay. This is all going fine. I do kind of wish that I had sped up the time between the waves. But it's mostly me just being impatient. I guess I could go at 3 times speed, but that just risks a problem happening me not being able to react to it in time. Because the important part isn't destroying all the monsters, it's opening the wizard stash. To that end, we'll change the targeting to structure. We'll figure it out if I need to adjust. $19.92 for that. Okay. The more mana I can get, the higher level I can make all my gems. That's the important thing right now. There's a lot of swarm waves. Wow. Beam is almost gone. And as soon as it is, I can upgrade that. Okay, speed this up now. How close are we? Not very. Okay. I really need the wizard stash opened, because that'll get us to B5, and then we can just keep going against B5 until we can actually... I believe that one's the bleed gem? I believe B5 is bleed. I would not be surprised if I was completely wrong and B5 is where we get crit. I don't have the little wiki article. It's a fandom thing, but wiki just makes more sense for where I need to find the different things. You can almost upgrade this to tier 6 again. Or tier 6 first, not again. $39.84. Okay. There we go. Hopefully that's strong enough to get rid of all of those swarmlings that are close. And that's awesome. It worked. Okay. I really just need that shield gone. That's the thing that takes the longest over there. Okay. Some flying entity is going to appear in the next wave or two. Based on the amount of like black fuzzy bits are appearing. It's probably going to be a shadow. It might be a spire. A shadow or a spire would be my guess. Okay, solve all almost 2 seconds on the beam. We're doing fine defending things over here. It's a Spectre right now. Fire on that for the time being. Okay. This is going fine. All of the black shaky bits on the screen was just for that Spectre. I really thought it'd be worse. Wow. I was entirely thinking that that was going to be a Shadow Demon or a Spire walking in on like the worst angle for me. Alright, I want to get this to level 7 to give it the extra mana ability. Ice Shards is the one that affects the trap the most. Okay. This could be going worse. But it seems to be okay right now. These towers using Barrage are really bad. Really bad at hitting the target that they should be aiming at. Okay, I haven't had to banish anything yet, which is nice. Need to upgrade that. Alright. What's the next flying entity? And will I get the Wizard's Dash in time? I don't know. Okay. This should be the wave with the entity appearing. It's a Shadow Demon. Let's swap that off of targets there. Deal it just a bunch of damage that way. Can't shoot at those things fast enough. The demon being on the bottom left instead of like any area that it could get hit feels kind of cheap. Alright, now it's dead. This can go back to targeting structures. And the shadow demon just takes a while to die. Play that animation to die at least. That took too long to die. Okay. I should have put the bolt on this instead, but I wasn't thinking about it. Clicked the wrong button and then immediately went, oh. Well, whatever. It dealt with the issue, and that's what matters. Wasn't the most efficient way to deal with the issue, but it dealt with it. Okay. I believe that's the first monster I've had to banish so far. One more barrage. There we go. Let me do that. Okay. Wizard Stash is mostly there. Slow those all down, because why not? Makes it easier for this to hit all the clumps. .5 seconds, and then we put it down anew. There's the next beam. Okay. The only thing I don't like about the Wizard Stash is that the bolts and the barrage still only count as one hit. Barrage ends up counting as 3, but that's because it's 3 different projectiles. So it just takes a while to get through the shield. But as soon as it gets through the shield, the hit points are not going to be difficult. This is a lot of waves of swarmlings. And I'd even put the things to be more swarmlings. This is just the regular endurance version. working perfectly fine. Okay, now I've got that at level 7 as well. This one's only level 6, so maybe I should level it up. Alright, this is just the slow and steady. There's a spire over there. I did not see the spire. This can't hit that spire. It is too far out of the way. Let's see. Build here and it could be too late. Build here and it might be too far out of range. I'll just move that to there. Is it immune to barrage? It is not, so let's go with barrage. I'll freeze both of those. Deal with the Wraith first, because it reduces the damage dealt to all monsters, and those count as monsters. Okay. We're gonna do this. Force them to have to go around this tower. Okay. Hit that swarmling. Okay. If it looks like they're gonna start winning and I'm losing, then I will deal with it later. I'm not gonna get the wizard stash at this rate. This is a cheaper solution. get the least health. That way we can try and make some mana back. Okay. We're gonna make another gem. The level 6 gem should be able to deal at least a bit of damage. Okay. Seems to at least be kind of working. Okay. Let's hope this works. Okay, I don't know if we're surviving or not. I don't believe I'm gaining more mana than I'm losing right now. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually gaining more mana than I'm losing. Okay. Is this working at all? Somewhat, but not a lot. Okay, well I'm at a higher mana than I was prior. Let's get rid of this Reaver. All these are Swarmlings. There's 100 monsters on the screen at once right now. If I can get that back down to 30 or 40, then I think I should be okay to move the gem back over. but I just don't know if that's going to happen. Okay. The monster numbers are just increasing. I feel like maybe I can hold off a little bit longer, but I don't think I have enough time to destroy the wizard stash. Yeah, there's almost 200 monsters on the screen now. Even with all that frozen, I don't think it's working. Let's try and break this open quickly, which I don't think is going to happen. Go after the highest banishment cost now. Because now that's the issue. The ones that cost too much are the ones that are getting through. I don't think I'm surviving. Yeah. Okay. Got 188 shadow cores though, so that's not terrible. Okay, so I think instead of having the tower over here, I'm going to have the tower over here. I'm going to have both towers trying to defend next to this wizard stash so that in their spare time they can just attack over there. That does mean that my trap is over here. So up here won't get affected by it, but that's okay. Let's make sure I can actually have the towers built before I keep going. Because you never know if I accidentally spend too much. Yeah, now I can't build another tower, so it's a good thing I realized that. Make it so those have to go that way for right now. This is too low level to hit where I need it to right now. Oops. I need them to go up this way. Otherwise I can't hit them at all. It could definitely be worse, but it's not great. I'm not likely to get a second tower at this rate. Okay. I don't know if this is going to catch up or not. Because these ones aren't having to go down here yet. Okay, I think it's just better to restart. It's not working in too many ways that it's causing problems. So first tower is going to be there. And then they have to walk through that. That's the first tower. This is the second tower. Okay, then they have to go around. They have to go around. And they have to go around. And these ones have to go up that way. And then this has to go down and around. Okay. And then this will at least stop most of the monsters. Or at least it seems like it will. It will be able to stop most of the monsters. Okay. It is working. And I'll definitely need a second tower over here. Okay. This is functioning. Maybe not at the best capacity, but it's functioning at a capacity. Okay. If I can keep them from grabbing the orblet. They just need to stop grabbing the orblet. Lost that way too fast. Okay. Need 1788 to duplicate. Alright, so those two together should be fine for now. At least that's the hope. And then in their spare free time, they can always both target the wizard stash. And that should make it deplete just a little bit faster. Okay. This is going all right. It'd be better to make the tower level 5 before I make the trap level 4. Is this going to actually function and work? I don't know. But for right now, it seems to be going fine. Every so often, some of them are getting through, but not too frequently. Okay. This could be worse. But I think we might actually get the wizard stash open this time. And that's the important thing. Can you even hit that far? I cannot. Okay. Alright. That's too far for the barrage. That's too far for the barrage. Okay. Technically a waste of the freeze, but that's fine. Learning the ranges of things is fine. I should have upgraded this first. I didn't realize I had the mana for it. Alright. I don't actually know if the wizard stash is going down faster than before, or if this is at about the same rate. It should be faster because there's 2, but it might not actually be. Because the one might have been higher level at the time. I don't know. But it seems to be okay right now. Okay. Next wave will be one of the flying entities. The shield's almost down to 4,500. I was gonna say 450, but that's not how that number looks to say out loud. So we're at 4626 right now, so 4,500 is not terribly off. Oh, it's a shadow demon, and it's out of range. That's still out of range. That's in range, but only for the bolt. And of course, I don't have the bolt right now. I don't have enough freeze. And it's immune to barrage. Yeah. At least the slow is still in effect. It's damaging this, or reducing its damage. It's again only in range of the bolt. Come on, it's only got 500 health left. Why is it moving while it's still frozen? demon is dying. Good. That took a bit too long. Okay. Upgrade this one as soon as I can. As soon as the barrage is gone. Okay. This is going fine. Could definitely be going worse at least. There's a Wraith. It's out of range. It might be in range if that was Bolt instead of Barrage, but it was Barrage, so... Okay. This could be worse. Could also definitely be better, but it's at least working. $39.84. That's the goal right now. Fire on the Wraith. Once again, I'm missing an apparition over there, but that's okay. Missed the apparition the last time too. Okay. It's only 2,000 something shield left. Okay. This is working. That's the important thing. Putting all of my defenses over here is definitely working better than it has. Okay. Wizard stash is at less than 2K. this is working. Alright, almost 8,000 mana to be able to upgrade. Okay. If I can get the shield off, the wizard stash should fall pretty quickly. Okay, we're almost there. Less than 1,000 mana away from being able to go to level 7 to get the extra mana bonus. Okay. 250s. Oh yeah, we're doing this one next. Okay. This could be going worse. The shield is going down faster than the last time, which is really nice. Okay. During all that, not a single shot. No, one. Okay. 1171 became 1170. Just as I was saying that not a single shot during all that went that way. So it's kind of funny timing. Okay. Wizard Stash has almost lost its shield. Okay. Shield is at 747. Okay. had the mana, I could have upgraded that. I was not paying attention to that. Okay. Reavers are starting to appear again. It's the first time in a while. Okay. Start targeting the lowest health guys. Okay, as long as I can survive past wave 50, I'll be happy. Because that's where we were at last when I died at the last attempt. Okay. Target the structure for a second. Come on. This isn't gonna work. Too many of them are getting together again. Need the shield gone. So let's do this. This targets the structure. Get rid of the structure wholly. There we go. Now what I can do is put that right there. And there's a monster in the way. Okay. Least hit points, least hit points. I want to build a tower here, but I need the monsters to leave this spot alone. Now I need to be able to resocket this. Okay. This can jump over to there. Hopefully this can last. Okay, let's have this go back to highest banishment cost. And this one keeps targeting the least health. Okay. This might not be great entirely, but I'm surviving better than the last time. And we've already gotten the wizard stash open, which is better than the last time. Looks like the XP I have is about 9,000 less, though. Well, that's okay. Okay. I don't think this is going well, but we got the wizard stash, so that's all that I need to care about. Okay, I'm definitely not winning this. I'm not making more mana than I'm losing. Yeah. I could have combined the gems together to make a level 8 gem, but I didn't see the point in that because it didn't look like that would be enough to save us. But we have B5, and we got 87 more Shadow Cores. B5 is what we need. Ooh, special sound effect. B5 is what we need to get. We need to destroy that wizard stash over there, and it'll give us one of the gems that we're missing for our skills. I need 450 for this. You know, that's shape change. One of these isn't fully upgraded. This one's not fully upgraded. 454 for that. And I believe I was upgrading this one. For the component skill levels, I guess. Components are... all the gems. Okay. That makes sense why I want that one. We're gonna jump into B5. Alright. How difficult of a wizard stash is this gonna be? I mean, it's gonna be decently difficult because it's not part of the map. It's off to the side. 3,000 of each. There's only one entrance if I destroy the monster nests. And there's only one entrance down to here. Okay. to make them come from over here. We will wall off here, forcing them to go this way. We'll have a tower here, so it'll damage those that come across first, and then I'll need to do another tower down here to deal with that. Mana crit. Armor tear mana. And then we'll have the trap gem be bleed slow mana. Okay, and then I have enough to build a tower here. Hopefully that's close enough that if I need it at a high enough level, it should be able to still shoot out over to here. Should that be necessary? I'm probably already doomed if it is necessary. Okay. I need to duplicate the tower. But maybe I should wait until it's level 4. No, let's duplicate it now. Get any amount of damage on the shields is better than nothing. Normally I'd give the main tower the beam right now. But I just wanted more damage on the shields. That's already almost 500 points of damage. These are giants. This map has giants now. Okay. Target that one. Okay. I think this might need to change the targeting to the nearest to the orb. Or to swarmlings, because it's already not targeting things I need it to as early as I need it to. That might be a problem. Okay. Is that actually able to hit up there? Kind of. It is able to attack up there at least a little bit. working out fine. Okay. £700 left on the shield. Barrage is almost gone. Okay, it's a level 5 gem. And now the wizard stash is all that I need to worry about at this second. Should be able to destroy all those swarmlings without any real issues. Okay. Almost 250 shield left. Okay. As soon as this wizard stash is open, I go around and destroy all of these monster nests. Okay, I should just need one more beam. And that'll be good. It's open. Okay. And there aren't a lot of flying entities at this moment. I'm still within the first 20 waves, so I guess that's not too surprising. There we go, the skill tome is unlocked. Stay with targeting highest banishment cost, it's fine. Okay. If I can destroy all of the monster nests, I can force everything to just get damaged up here. Let's change that back to structure. I can almost upgrade it. The armor on the nests is really low, so the armor tearing part of the gem is really decent. Or not decent. It doesn't do anything because it already has torn off the armor. The armor value being only 300 means that doesn't really stop the damage from the attacks, because it gets torn off too quickly. This is the next strongest one. Okay. I should have waited to put the bolt on when the armor was gone. Okay. Monster nest is almost depleted. Okay. Let me just move it down to there. Guess I can upgrade that to level 4 now. Armor is nearly gone. Now it is gone. Now we give it a bolt. Half its health is already gone. The bolt looks like it does about 600 damage in one go. I guess this shouldn't surprise me that this has more hits than this one does. So this one's technically, not technically, it is my stronger gem. No technically about it, it is my stronger gem. There's a monster there. I'll wait just a moment longer. There we go. And then the other tower can go up to here. Alright. This one goes there. I move this to here. We'll upgrade it to 5 and give it the bolt. This gets the beam. This one will be kept back here to destroy everything else. Okay. And we destroyed that monster, carrying the orblet. This can go back up there. And then now we can probably just go at triple speed and be fine so long as I keep the beam going up here. Okay. Gonna upgrade the back line in just a second. Now the only problem is going to be any flying entities. That's what I need to worry for now. And I anything that can just get past these defenses really easily is going to be the issue. Okay. And now I have enough of a beam backup that I can just keep using it every time. So there's just not a lot of downtime on the beams. I do have to deal with 84 waves though. And there might be some kind of special monster at the end. Kind of like the Guardian. I'll deal with these 2 waves and then I'll upgrade this. Okay. I can go to 6 as well. If I can get all of them to 7, then that would be great. Okay. Okay, none of those got through either. We've passed the halfway point. Alright. The only complication is flying entities. Send both of those waves at the same time. Slow that down for a second. Okay, here comes Reavers and Giants now. I need almost 8k for that. Okay. Okay, that beam ran out at probably the worst time there. But that's okay. They're all grade 7, and then this one's a grade 8. it's going fine. Bunch of waves of swarms in a row. Okay. I can get upgraded to 8 as well. And we're approaching the last 20 waves. There have been no flying entities until now. I accidentally swapped those two, but that's okay. That one having beam for a little bit is not terrible. Oh, I just don't have a supply of beam ahead of time. Okay, there's a specter coming in now. I'll go down to regular speed instead of triple speed. There's a second specter behind it. I put up barrage so that hopefully it could destroy all the other things while it was trying to deal with the specter. Let's go to triple speed. Okay. Regular speed is fine right now. Okay. This is fine. We're keeping up. There's now multiple flying entities on the screen. Barrage just doesn't fire that quickly. That's the issue with that compared to beam. out of bolt. So we'll slow that down. Hopefully I can get bolt in time. Freeze it. There's bolt. It should still be in range. It is. And I can take off 10% of his health. There we go. Okay. Alright. This seems to be going fine. There's one more wave that we can't see yet. I don't think there'd be any special monster out of it. No, it just looks like it's swarmlings. Although I don't believe the wave that had a guardian in it prior on a different map said anything about it being a guardian in it. If there is a guardian-like entity, I can just keep moving it, make it go down this way and have to go up. And then when it gets up here, unblock here, block here. Like, I can just keep moving it around to where it has to go a different path. It'd be a little tedious, but as long as I have the mana for it, it's possible. Because this is a wide enough thing that I can make it go back up this way. Only that then, once it gets past this point, destroy the wall that I would have to build over here to make it start trying to path this way by putting a new wall there. Like, if this map had the Guardian, I can force it to do that. I would have to keep the towers attacking it the whole time, rather than like the traps that we used on that map, but I could do it. Could always go back to that map as well and just see how different. Well, actually, I would probably end up using the same method anyways. Why would I change what already works? Okay. I got rid of a lot of the swarmlings, but not all of them. At least currently I still have my orblet, so that's nice. Wasn't even really aware of that. There's a wraith on the top of the screen. Okay. Wraith is going to go down in just a moment. Thank you. Okay. This is going fine right now. And then it's just the swarmlings in the next wave. And that's the end of it. Okay. I'm okay with upgrading that because why not? It's the end of the map anyways. Alright. Oh, we got a skill tome. I just can't remember which one this is going to be. Oh, we got two rather low-level talismans. Fragments for the talisman. Giants, XP gain and damage to buildings. XP gained is okay. Swarmlings and giants, not great. Here's the critical hit skill tome. So now we always have the critical hit gem if we've already beaten a wave. Or, not a wave. If we've already beaten the map, it now will give us the critical hit gem. So now the available gems on B4 is crit and slow. Which will probably help us a lot in this one, because this was the wizard stash that I thought I needed to beat in order to get B5, but it wasn't. I can't remember if it was E3 or E4 that I needed to beat in order to get to the next. E4 is required to get to I field. I wrote that in the description. This is exactly why I wrote it in the description, because I knew I was going to forget. Okay. So E4 to get us to I, which will then get us to, I believe, I5. I5 will get us the bleed gem. At least I believe that's the one over there. And then D5 gets us the Wrath skill for Shadow Cores. And if I is not the one that gives me the bleed, then I have those two inverted. But as it stands, I've already collected those, so those are just trash. I can upgrade this in 222 Shadow Cores. And then that'll be maxed out. And then I can start going after that one. Okay. So now we have crit. Crit and mana leech are the main damage gens. Are the main gems we want to focus on. I don't think I need to upgrade either of those right now. And I think I'm fine on all of those. Okay, let's go to E4. So the last time we played this map, put my towers near the wizard stash, and it didn't seem to really go well, but it also didn't seem bad necessarily. So I think I'm just going to do that again. So that makes these ones have to go up. They have to go up and around. I'm going to blockade this side. Make them have to go that way, and then we blockade here and here to make them have to go around. And this, I think I still want to blockade there. Then we put a tower here, and we put the trap here. And then the trap is going to be these. And suddenly I don't think I can actually combine all of these up. That's not good. I built too many walls at the beginning. Uh-oh. Because I need 204 twice. Well, we're going to start this way. Even if I combine this immediately to make it level 3, I don't know if I will survive after that. I'm going to go for it and hope that this banish cost is less than... Yeah, okay, 23 banish cost. Barrage there. And then I can build another 3 towers probably. That might be a little more than necessary, but I'd rather be safe. Although I want to get the towers to level 5 or 6 first. Probably level 4 to start with. Okay. Let's just try to get level 4 gems. And we're not going to target the structure directly. Not for now, at least. Did I put the barrage in there? I did. Okay. Okay, 1788 to duplicate. This is fine. Not terrible. Okay. Alright, this seems to be going at least a little bit decently. Still 1788 to duplicate again. We're gonna leave the trap as a level 3 gem for a bit longer. Okay, we'll put that tower there. And then now we can duplicate the tower in just a moment. Almost there we go. Okay, 3 towers attacking this should be decently fine. We're gonna upgrade the main one to level 5 first. Then we'll go from there. Because level 5 just makes it have more damage. Okay. Hopefully this can destroy the giant. Not terrible. Wow. We're gonna upgrade the original to level 5, and then I'll deal with building a 4th tower, and then we'll go from there. So I need 1992. Okay, almost 500 hit, 1500 hits, almost 2000 hits. Okay. We've used the beam enough to keep the two at least numerically close together. Okay. We got one more to duplicate. This range is wide enough. Maybe I could build another tower down here. Or even over here. Should still reach, I think. Maybe it wouldn't, but it should. Okay, that was the easiest way to resocket it. Okay. Alright. This is going decently okay. Maybe it is better to keep the power all in one tower, but I'm not certain. Okay. 500 hits, 700 hits. We'll go with that one for the beam. Upgrade that and give it bolt. Now we've got level 5s. There was another one behind it. I did not see that coming. Whoops. Did not mean to right click that. I was looking at the numbers. It's not doing too terrible at taking it down. It's just taking a while. Even on triple speed, it'll take a while. There's a spire. I can't tell if it's going to go close enough to where my cluster of towers are or not. Okay, it's definitely going to be in range of this tower. I don't know about the other ones. Looks like it is in range for that. Not quite in range for the beam. Oh, now it is. Okay. Okay. And the wizard stash still has over 1 million health. That's not great. I mean, I guess we just hit wave 30, so maybe it's not terrible considering the amount of time that we've actually had. Okay. This is all getting there. Okay. We've got just ways to slow down and deal damage because I'm getting bored. These things aren't opening quick enough. A million health is a lot more than I apparently can do quickly. Damage is 254 to 500. 148 to 300. Yeah, maybe it is just better to have one, maybe two main gems. Yeah, now this minimum is 400 damage. Okay. We're gonna upgrade the level 5 to 6, and then we'll combine the 6s together. Okay, we've got 80 waves. So we're almost halfway. I don't have an ability to immediately resocket this gem. Upgrading that there could have cost me the game. Even more than it already probably did. Because around wave 40 plus is when we start having a lot of issues with just destroying the monsters in time. And that's about the time that we're at now. That's still a grade 3 gem down there. Wow. Alright, 1992 to upgrade that. What reason we're waiting is so that I don't accidentally speed it up too much. Okay. Once those giants are closer, I'll use the beam. Almost 7,000 hits. This is getting up there as well now. Yeah, the Reavers are starting to take more than 1 or 2 hits to be destroyed. And when the Swarmlings start getting that way as well, they're taking 3 or 4 hits to be destroyed. Now it's a problem. Maybe I need to upgrade these, put them together. Okay. This isn't going terrible, but I don't think we're gonna make it much further. So I'm barely maintaining the mana I have. seems to be going fine. Okay, it's only a wraith. I was gonna say, if it's a demon that just spawned, if it's a shadow demon, I was probably dead here. But if it's just a wraith or an apparition, maybe a specter would have been too much. But, oh, I lost the orblet. I heard the sound effects for that. I didn't even see that it really got taken away. Like, I saw it initially, and I spoke it into existence. Yeah. Okay, and of course it's flying away rather than towards the issue, or towards the area I could destroy it from. Well, it has no armor now. And it's dead fully. Okay. I can upgrade one of them. This might be really risky. I mean, it is, whether or not it might be. Really risky to upgrade that to 8. But I need the extra damage. Okay. I've gained a lot more mana than I just had, so the return on investment seems to be fine right now. I've not been able to attack the wizard stash in a little while though. So that's the downside. Those giants are gone, but for some reason it's shooting a completely different giant. Go after the swarmlings. Okay. Is this functioning in the way that I need it to? I don't know. Okay. This is not working well. And I'm definitely losing the mana that I was making faster than I'm making more mana. Yeah. Okay. Well, I tried. And this wizard stash only lost about 200,000 out of the 1.1 million. So getting to field I anytime soon is probably not gonna happen. But that's okay. I don't know if this is actually doing anything, and I'm definitely not getting the mana back. The giant's nearly gone. Should have frozen over here, but it didn't matter. I did get more XP. Not a lot, but I did get more. And we got 151 Shadow Cores. Okay. Well, we tried. I think we're just gonna call it here. Looking at these, the only gem they share in common is the slowing. That's kind of funny. But we did do what I wanted to do, which we got the critical hit gem. Maybe what I need to do is lower the mana stream thing, getting mana per monster death, and upgrade these two and just go that way. But we're not even getting every map where we can actually go to grade 7 plus gems to just do that more to get the additional extra bit. But that's okay. We tried. So I guess next time we'll try to go through the D field. I believe the D field was where we get the Fury one, and the I field is where we get Bleed. So in order to get I field, I need to go through E4. But I might be misremembering that. I will check back. I'll check the little fandom wiki article type thing. But we're gonna call it there for today. We get the fancy Gemcraft music going. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do next time, I guess. Let's see, next week is the last week of work, so I've got more days to work. It's the last week before the school closes for the summer, so I get to work on Thursday, Friday next week, because normally I work Saturday, Sunday, and next week we don't have a Saturday, Sunday. So, the game plan for streaming next week, if I do stream on Thursday, it'll be later in the day. I don't know about Friday at this point, because closing for the summer might take longer than normal, so I can't guarantee that the stream would start when it would normally start. If I did try to do late night, and then I don't know plans for next weekend with catering stuff or not, so if there are streams next week, they will probably all be later in the day. But I won't know until honestly, I just won't know until at least probably Wednesday whether things will happen or not. I'll probably still try to post a schedule anyways. It just might not be as correct as it will go, but I'll try to post that Monday morning, Sunday night, Monday morning, depending on time zones. Typically it's more Monday, but I'll figure it out as we go. With all of that stated, thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching. Hope you guys have a good day, a good evening, a good morning, a good night. I feel like I'm missing evening, morning, night, day. Evening, morning, night, day. There's a fifth one I normally say, but I can't think about it right now. Anyways, have a good time zone. See y'all later. Peace out.